interactive, informative, and educative. Don't be told. Join us.
Wake up on a Mocha mattress and wake up to feeling good.
Wake up to feeling good.
Get set, Jago! Get set, Jago!
Jago, for the winner in you.
The Oladokun family of Oduanwo in Oyo State, with heavy hearts but total submission to the will of God, announced the untimely death of their dear son, father, brother, in-law and friend, Dr. Taiwo Olaniyi Oladokun, who died on Sunday, 16th October 2016, following a road traffic accident along Abuja Road. He was aged 48. He is survived by numerous relations and friends, among whom are Master Mayowa Oladokun, son, Miss Toby Oladokun, daughter, 4 brothers, uncles, aunties, and in-laws. Funeral arrangements. Service of songs at NTA Arena, NTA Headquarters, Area 11, Gariki, Abuja. Date, Tuesday, 1st November 2016. Time, 4 p.m. Funeral service, Our Lady of Assumption Catholic Cathedral, Oduaro, Oyo State. Time is 10 a.m. Date, Thursday, 3rd November 2016. Interment follows immediately after. Mayowa Oladokun, for the family.
On the international scene, South Africa experiences heavy rainfall and flooding after a prolonged drought condition. And a gas cylinder explosion at Pakistan's shipyard claims 11 lives. For more on Global Tidbits, let's join Chimdema Ndebisi.
From Ethiopia comes a report that the Prime Minister has announced a new cabinet in the face of political protest that led to the declaration of state of emergency. 2 persons from the Oromia region, center of the protests, are taking up key positions. In Iraq, coalition forces have now entered the eastern outskirts of Mosul as they advance to take out Islamic State militants there. In the meantime, French President François Hollande has vowed that no one will ever be allowed to return to the dismantled Calais camp. Meanwhile, over 200 migrants, mainly Africans, have pushed through the heavily barbed-wired border fences to reach Spain. That's Global Tidbits. Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
And in sports, Senate supports the Nigeria Football Federation bill, and Andy Murray hopes to reach world #1 sport in 2017. Kenema Wadike has more on sport updates.
A bill being sponsored by the Chairman Senate Committee on Sports, Obinna Obwa, seeking change in the nomenclature of the Nigerian Football Association to Nigerian Football Federation, as well as granting autonomy to the federation, will soon be signed into law. Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu, who confirmed this to sports journalists in Abuja, said such a bill will aid in the rapid development of the sport in the country.
We're going to take second reading of those bills, and we're going to give it accelerated consideration so that they'll be passed into law. So that we're able to promote a level playing ground and professionalism in football.
Week 4 of the UEFA Champions League continues midweek with 8 more fixtures set to be decided at different venues. Group E leaders Monaco await the visit of CSKA Moscow, while in Group F, defending champions Real Madrid travel to Poland for the game against Legia Warsaw. English Premier League champions Leicester City have an away match at Danish side FC Copenhagen, while Italian Serie A champions Juventus entertain French League on side Lyon in Group H. In tennis, Andy Murray believes he will probably have to wait until next year to reach the world #1 spot at the expense of Novak Djokovic as the two are on a final collision course at the Paris Masters. The Briton will top the ATP World Rankings if he wins the indoor tournament at the Basie Arena and Serbian Djokovic does not reach the final, or if he makes it to the final and the world #1 falters before the semis. With Sports Update, Kenan Imabodike, NTA News.
Now, Wednesday's weather prospects.
Hello and welcome to the weather forecast. The weather across the northern cities could best be described as hot days and cool nights. This as a result of increasing temperature values at daytime, few clouds and clear skies at night. Now on to Wednesday forecast, we expect sunny conditions across the northern cities with partly cloudy situation over the central states. The inland of the south and its coast is expected to be cloudy, with localized thunderstorms over Calabar. As we move into the afternoon hours, we expect the sunny condition over the northern cities to still prevail with clear skies at night, while over the high ground of the central states, the inland of the south and its coast, we expect localized thunderstorms. Now on to the temperature forecast. See you again.
Remember that you can access all our stories and much more when you log on to our website, www.nta.ng. And that concludes NTA Network News for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Breaking the news, we are Africa's largest network. NTA, Africa's largest network. Second to none. The first, the biggest, the best. NTA. Sports, authentic news, NTA. You can't beat the rich.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This is the network service of the NTA.
If you hear a bomb explosion or gunshots of an active shooter, that might be a terror attack. At such times, always remember 3 action words: run, hide, report. Don't try to run towards the terror scene to save the situation, because there might be a second bomb blast or another attack. Run far away and take cover. Make sure you are safe first. Yes, it is in our nature to sympathize over the hurt, but remember, only trained personnel can help in such situations. When in a secured environment, promptly call relevant authorities and help will come. For anonymous reporting, call 09630-3250-5 or 0813-2222-106. If you see something, say something. Nigeria unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
With an increasingly volatile economy, there has never been a more fitting time to own your space and carve out new opportunities. Join over 1,000 women at the 15th Women in Management, Business and Public Service WIMBIZ Annual Conference as we discuss the next frontier, new landscape, new possibilities. Topics include Beyond Parity, inspiring the next generation of female leaders, women in mining, unlocking the Nigerian mining opportunities, and the billion naira tourism industry, monetizing the beauty within, among other topics. Date is Thursday the 3rd and Friday the 4th of November 2016 at the venue Echo Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. It starts at 8 a.m. prompt daily. To register, visit www.wimbizannualconference.com or call 0803-594-6249. WIMBIZ, 15 years of inspiring and empowering women.
Hear the call of change. Stand up, Nigeria. Change is here and it's going to stay. Change begins with you. Oh yeah, make we go. Go to so let the change begin from within. Look at you, oh Gerula. Change begins with you and me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me.
Who are you and what is your predicament?
Please, I'm looking for Candy. Who is living here? In this compound?
Oh no, this is a premises. A compound is an amalgam of chemicals, and there is no candy living in this premises.
This week on your award-winning comedy series, Professor John Bull, starring Kanayo Okanayo, Mercy Johnson, Queen Wokoye, Funky Malam, Bimbo Akintola, Ime Bishop, Yomi Fash Lanso, MC for God.
Who was you? What was you found?
Actually, look at you. I going to look for my sister. I know you are for.
Here. He was found in the place. Call me. Okay?
Say somebody.
She's definitely not my sister.
Shut up!
Professor John Bull, fasten your seatbelts this Tuesday and Friday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. on NTA Network, International, and Star Times. It's absolutely bombastic.
Over and out. The largest data network, Glow, Grandmasters of Data.
Afrima. My name is Femi Anikula Kukuti. I'm going to be at the Afrima village on the 4th of November 2016. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you are there. This is unstoppable. Over 30 African stars and our Afrima nominees will be performing live. Diamond Platinum, Kiss Daniel, Dewale Ayuba, Eddie Kenzo, DVIP, Niniola, Ramide, Mbula, Small Doctor, H-Name, and other 30 African stars. On Friday, November 4th, 2016, come and enjoy original African underground sound at the Afrima Music Village at the Waterfront Bar Beach, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria from 5 p.m. Entry fee is simply Afrima t-shirt. Available on ariatickets.com or at the venue. Afrima is an initiative of the African Union Commission and is brought to you by Lagos State Government with support from One Campaign, Access Bank, PRM Africa, and the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. Africa will be unstoppable. Afrima, for hope, for celebration.
Like every sector with the potential of fast-tracking Nigeria's development at independence, our subject of discuss this week was equally hurt by the discovery and eventual boom of the oil industry. From a status of a 5% contributor to the national gross domestic product, the mining sector, after over 5 decades, is struggling with barely 0.3% contribution. And this is not as a result of viable mineral resources or policies, as over 34 minerals exist in commercial quantity, but the implementation of the policies and regulations to bring order to operations. A disorder perpetrated by small groups known as artisanal or sometimes illegal miners, with grave consequences for the country, ranging from loss of lives and livestock to the spread of terminal health conditions, degradation of the environment, and huge financial losses. In turning around the fortunes of the country in the face of recession, the solid mineral sector has been identified as critical to boosting Nigeria's revenue base. Deadline 360 this week therefore turns such light on a major hindrance in repositioning this sector for growth. It's good to have you join us, as always. I'm Hawa Salihu Adama. This is Deadline 360. Welcome to this week's edition as we take you through the activities of illegal miners that have undermined the growth of Nigeria's multi-billion naira solid minerals sector. We start the program with Abdullahi Garba Kudu, who puts Nigeria's solid minerals map, its potential and direction into perspective.
From Zamfara to Rivers, Maiduguri, Benue and Ebonyi, hardly any state without one form or the other of solid mineral resources, and of course in commercial quantity. But the worry remains, these resources are not fully exploited or are left in the hand of illegal miners.
Historically, solid minerals in the post-independence era provided about 5% of the nation's gross domestic products, placing it second to crude oil in contributing to the nation's economic growth. It has been established that there are 34 available solid minerals in Nigeria at commercial quantity. 8 states comprising Cross River, Ogun, Benue, Gombe, Ebonyi, Sokoto, Edo, and Kogi boast of limestone deposits, while there is coal in 13 states, with Enugu topping the list. Gold, which is a premium resource, is available in the Nigerian states of Niger, Osun, Kebbi, Kaduna, Kogi, Kwara, and Zamfara states.
The solid mineral in the past has contributed so much, and there was interruption in its development and subsequent neglect for the sector, and so the sector went moribund, and after some years government became interested in rejuvenating the sector.
With government's attention on diversifying its economy, with emphasis on the non-oil sector, solid minerals occupy a strategic place. For the first time, the sector has 2 dedicated ministers supervising the implementation of a roadmap to make solid minerals another major revenue earner for Nigeria.
The roadmap that has recently been approved by the Federal Executive Council is a pointer in this direction. The 30 billion Naira intervention fund that the President has approved and which the Federal Executive Council recently ratified from the Natural Resource Development Fund is another pointer in this direction. And the reorganization that is taking place in the sector, the institutional reforms that we're putting in place in the sector, the engagement with the industry, academy, and the bureaucrats in the sector is also bound to help us achieve that overarching objective.
Despite the existence of the Miners Association of Nigeria, recognized by law with more than 2,000 registered members, the sector is threatened by illegalities. Aside from economic losses to the nation, activities of the illegal miners also affect the economy, environment, security, and health of communities around the mining sites. According to the association, solution to this problem is formalizing the activities of these illegal miners as suggested by the World Bank and the agenda of the Buhari administration to revive the sector.
Presently we are having this intervention. Government has put up this legal framework. They are putting some administrative framework. But what is actually lacking now is the infrastructural framework for the different departments, the different agencies of government that needs to do with monitoring and regulating this industry to actually be on ground.
Economic experts believe if a country like South Africa will emerge as the second biggest economy in the continent, despite the fact that they do not have oil, with the needed political will, the sky is the limit for Nigeria, looking at the abundant solid mineral resources in the country. Reporting for Deadlines Resources, Abdullahi Garba Borno.
Well captured, I'd say, Abdullahi. Political will, some will say, already exists, with presidential directive on ridding the sector of all illegalities while turning it around for growth. Now, talking about injecting sanity into the minerals extractive industries, an issue that has remained consistent is the role of illegal miners and the consequences of their actions. With Niger State as case study, in view of recent happenings, especially the gold rush in Kafinkoro, Paikoro local government area, let's join Fatima Usman for a look at the activities of this group.
Niger State is one of the most endowed states in Nigeria with large deposits of minerals. Research shows the state has minerals of various classes ranging from energy, earth, gemstones and industrial minerals. The rich deposit of solid minerals in Niger State is attributed to large land mass, making it home of almost all available solid minerals in the country. Illegal mining activities in part of the state has up till date remained a major challenge. Aside the environmental hazard of land degradation, many deaths have been recorded on various mining sites. Prominent among is the death of 28 children and livestock at Ungwer Shekira, Rafi local government area of the state, due to the effect of lead poisoning arising from gold mining in 2015. Niger State had earlier in 2012 had an incident of deaths of artisanal and illegal miners who got trapped in mining pits along Minabida Road in Kacha local government area of the state. Being one of the most endowed states in the country with abundant mineral resources, artisanal and illegal mining activities have continued to strive in Niger State, with gold being the most mined.
Out of the 25 local governments in Niger State, about 13 of them are all endowed with gold.
For this reason, artisanal and illegal miners have continued to accord priority to gold mining in Niger State. The state has on record 296 firms with mining licenses, but only 12 of these companies are carrying out mining activities, mostly on granites. Recent gold mining in Kafinkoro has witnessed the death of 4 miners, while 4 others sustained various degrees of injury. Mining activities continued on the spot of the incident, which was before the mining a relaxation arena used for hosting social events. People of the community abandoned their homes and businesses and were joined by people from other states and neighboring countries of Ghana, Niger, Benin Republic to feast on the gold deposit in the area.
I was a victim. I was lucky my friend spotted the exact spot and dug me out. But I am back to see if I can still get something out of it.
This trend is also evident in Minna, the state capital. This is a site of gold mining in the state capital where organized mining is taking place.
We work here and they are going to share the load into 2.
The company will take half, we take half.
Mandela is a new settlement in Minna, the Niger state capital. While digging sock away for this ongoing project, the laborers discovered traces of raw gold in the pit, which has led to further mining activities in the area, leaving houses around the pits under threat.
The miners were numbering over 1,000. The residents of the area complained, and so we now came and talked to them to leave the place. They evacuated, and we asked them to refill back the land.
Situated in the state capital is a facility for the miners where stone-bearing golds are processed and separated.
You are creating what we call local microclimate change. You are creating desertification process. Now there is the need for these miners to ensure that they return back the land. That means that all the holes that were dug, they must be refilled.
Who knows, I might just be standing on a large gold deposit with laborers coming on location for a different purpose and ending up as gold miners. You would agree with me that Niger State is blessed beyond measures with solid minerals that, if properly harnessed, will create employment, boost the state internally generated revenue, and earn the country foreign exchange. Fatima Usman reporting for Dateline 360.
No doubt, Fatima, Nigeria indeed is blessed with great minerals, which experts say must be organized to protect and provide benefits for the people. And that's why our next report by Rabi Abdullah focuses on the health hazards associated with mining, especially one done in an uncoordinated manner.
The threat of physical injury is a real concern for many. This is not the only threat that miners face, as findings show that they also run the risk of respiratory damage through the high levels of dust and other chemical particulates present in mining facilities. The health outcomes associated with living in mining communities are various. Everything from increased rates of lung cancer, respiratory disease, and low birth weight, studies have shown, can be linked to communities that are located near mining facilities.
Gases are being released when stratum of the earth is being dug upon to gain access. Very dangerous and poisonous gases. Radium is one of them. Radium is very, very deadly because it's odorless and colorless. So you wouldn't even know that you've dug into a depot of radium. And is known to be a radioactive element, which means it stays in the body for a very long time, radiating the body, which can lead to frank cancer with time. And also a soil environment that is deposited. People around there, they're also at risk. And mercury is also a very dangerous heavy metal because mercury can get easily absorbed through the skin, and it affects every system. The neurological system is not spared. The liver can affect the liver. The kidney can lead to kidney failure. The same element, and some other very dangerous elements within the soil that like lead.
Illegal mining in the country is one that has come with series of unpleasant development. Worthy of mention is the lead poison incident in Zamfara State, an unfortunate happening that replicated itself in Niger State, leaving death and deformity on their trail. The recent discovery of gold in Kafinkoro area of Niger State by illegal miners has also become a great source of concern, which raises the question on what the relevant authorities are doing about the activities of illegal miners.
What we need to do as Federal Ministry of Health is to call the other major stakeholders, because it is the aftermath of this illegal mining that the problem is coming up. We need to work with Ministry of Solid Minerals, we need to work with Ministry of Environment, both at the national and state level, to make sure we put things in the proper perspective, that the health of the community is not impaired with.
The risk is not worth the benefit, especially for the illegal ones. Because for the legal ones, the company that is providing this will ensure that some protective elements are readily available, and such people will have their system tested from time to time to know the concentration of such deadly gases within their system, to also test their hearing, what we call audiometric evaluation, at least every 6 months, to find out those who are already developing these hearing losses and some other dangers, check their blood pressures and all those, and there are a limited number of hours that each miner must not exceed per day. But all these safety measures, you agree with me, they are not really observed in these situations of illegal mining.
For those who hit the target, mining is a money spinner. However, individuals who engage in illegal mining find themselves on the wrong side of the law, and more devastating is the long and short-term health implication. Hawa, did I hear you say a word is enough for the wise? In Abuja, this is Rabi Abdallah, reporting for Dateline 360.
Sure, Rabi, health is wealth. Ironically, wealth doesn't all the time buy health, which takes us to what security agencies are doing to protect lives, as well as Nigeria's financial interest in the sector. Edina Justice is on standby for that perspective.
From my state, we have that illegal miners, the implications we have, you do kill them because they use dynamite, other explosive devices, which at the end of the day, it's dangerous to their health.
No doubt, illegal mining is an age-long extractive activity in Nigeria that has resisted governmental control. Despite several legislation compelling authorization before operation, it has continued unabated with its health and security implications.
It's a way of robbing the national treasury. If you look at the implication in another way, is that you attract external foreign criminals who will come in the name of illegal mining, in the name of buying what they are tapping.
Like what happened in Niger State, that people came from Niger, people from Chad, who came to either be part of the mining or buy what was mined. Where are our security officials? The immigrations. They had a border, and these will cross the border to it.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has one of its mandates, the protection of mining sites.
Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, having worked with the Ministry of Solid Minerals, look at the laws of the land. We have not looked at the laws of the land. Whether any person caught mining should be arrested, should he be prosecuted?
To what extent has it carried these responsibilities with the increase in the spate of illegal mining activities across the country?
We have agreed with the ministry that the men are going to be trained. The training here will be to identify the minerals. You know, we have thousands and one of them. You know, you may have a piece like this. If you are not trained to know that this is important, you may not know. You know, like diamond. If we are taught to identify those minerals, then when we are chasing the miners, we know what we are chasing.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense have a control of a civil protection. Like they are giving them the money so good, they have the manpower. But as we talk about synergy, they need to collaborate with agencies like NOA, like the Youth Advocacy in Nigeria, even the Ministry of Solid Mineral, because they are experts.
You make a law, one of the conditions make a law, you make it known. People should know what they are doing. People should know implications of what they are doing.
However, with high health and security implications arising from activities of these desperate individuals, some analysts are of the view that tougher punishment and awareness could turn these illegal business around for the good of all. Aiding on justice.
It's no longer news that federal government has directed that the sector be treated as a first-line charge. But to what extent this aspect of the sector is organized to achieve the overall goal remains to be seen, with illegal mining activities growing by the day. Since there is no better place to get answers to the issues raised so far in this package than those in charge of lawmaking and those mandated to implement the laws, we asked Abdullahi Garba Brinin Kudu to go be their guest.
Well, however, wherever illegality thrives, the first question asked is if there is any law to curtail the situation. So I decided to visit the National Assembly to inquire whether there is such laws curtailing the issue of illegal mining in Nigeria. Follow me and hear the answer from the Deputy Chairman of Senate Committee on Solid Minerals Development, Senator Lurwan Akambi.
There are rules, there are laws, but laws are just there. It needs to be executed. That's why they call it illegal mining. But if I could remember our last discussion with the ministry, we encourage them to send signal to all so-called illegal miners to go and perfect their documents to make it legal. We don't want to send them to prison or send them away. They should come on board, do the right thing, join the association, and register, and follow the due process. And if they fail to do such, then the law has to take its course. There's an established law on that. You don't have to go back on that.
Deadline 360 did not stop at that. Our next port of call was the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel, the implementers of the law. We met the Minister of State Abubakar Bawa Buhari, who coincidentally is an indigene of Niger State, one of the states where illegal mining thrives. Our first question was on the recent gold rush in Kafinkoro, Niger State.
This is not the first time we're experiencing these things on some of these places. There was an incident that 3 persons were lost, and we're trying to send our mine inspectors there to come and go and find out exactly what happened, and that's why the need for us to organize these people becomes more and more important. If we don't do that, we'll continue to lose lives, particularly now that people are desperate to make ends meet. There is no way stopping them, and the best way is just to organize them to the best standard practices.
Nigeria is working on a roadmap, an indication that the prospect of the solid minerals sector is bright. However, will this roadmap reposition the sector for growth? Reporting for Deadline 360, Abdullahi Garba Kudu.
That's the question, Abdullahi. Making the people derive social benefits from available resources, especially for a nation so well endowed. Organized mining in Nigeria began in 1903, yet the domestic mining industry has remained underdeveloped. Rather than be a mining destination, the country imports minerals it can conveniently produce locally. Gold, a premium mineral several times the price of crude, is illegally mined and stolen out of Nigeria daily. Jobs and wealth are lost to informal operators, who some commentators say in some cases have collaborators and sponsors in foreign and local firms. While neighboring countries are reported to spend billions of dollars on exploration, Nigeria, on the other hand, many say is yet to attract the kind of investment that will turn the sector around. Presidential mandate already exists, so who has the dots to convert the available solid minerals resources into social benefits for the people? Send us your comments, questions and suggestions on Deadline 360 at nta.ng or Twitter handle at NTA News Now. Our final word this week is a reminder that with 34 viable solid minerals and still counting, mining in Nigeria should not be a search and destroy mission. Thanks for your time, and bye for now.
Gas pipelines are the arteries for powering electricity. When the artery is burst, then the entire system collapses. Vandalizing gas pipelines is a criminal offense against the Nigerian people. Let us join hands and protect our gas pipelines from the enemies of Nigeria. Report any suspected vandal to the security operatives. Let us stop vandals before they destroy our collective national heritage, so we can have the Nigeria of our dreams, where there will be light at all times. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
Our programs are getting better and fresher. And it's because we are thinking about you. NTA, it's all about you.
Music of my childhood was completely British and American.
So my signature tune is pretty much
Robbers, they rob, they no see you, brother.
And like you said, I'm robbers, rob, they no see you. They no see me, my brother. It happened to me.
Many, many months and many years and come and go.
Baba God, we say thank you.
The music is the way that the whole world can connect.
Sometimes music goes with comedy. I love music.
Let the love for music keep burning in you.
Music and now, a must watch.